Hello friends, today I'm going to give you this video for a practice of another question to separate out the two effects of different transactions. So a question is there, which two effects would take place in the following transactions explained. Okay, now one by one, also you also go write one by one all these things. So first write down this question, then one by one write the transaction as I am writing over here, and also its two effects. Already we have seen last time such kind of practice. Okay, so first transaction, Rohit commenced business with cash rupees 30,000. Rohit commenced business with cash rupees 30,000. Now effects. First effect. What is the first effect? So now we have to think that we are what? Rohit. Okay, we have started business by bringing in cash rupees 30,000. We brought cash in the business, it is called as. So when we bring cash in the business, what we can write over here? Cash comes in. Okay, then cash balance increases, and effect on which account? Cash account. This is the first effect. And which will be the second effect? So who gave this cash to business? Rohit, the owner. So we can write over here owner, into bracket you can write Rohit is a giver. Now when the owner gives anything to the business, it is called his capital. Due to that, capital increases, and the effect is available on which account? Capital account. Effect is available on which account? Capital account. Like this. Next transaction, second. So this is again a practice we are only doing today, so that we can understand the account affected in the each transaction as well as the effect on each transaction available. Okay, then we'll move on the second topic, that is next topic of this chapter, a last topic, where we have to find out how it is debited or credited, this account, how it is debited or credited. That we'll see next time. Okay, so second point, purchased goods of rupees 3,000 for cash. Again, effects. I am writing the answer as effects. Okay, so two effects will separate out. First effect, when we purchase goods, which account, which effect we have to write first? Regarding the purchase. So we can write over here, when we purchase goods, goods comes in, and when the goods comes in, stock increases, and the effect on which account? For purchase of goods we have to use which account? Purchase account. For purchase of goods we have to use purchase account. And the second effect, so we have purchased goods for cash, so we are going to pay cash, means cash goes out, cash balance decreases, and effect on which account? Cash account. Cash balance decreases, effect on cash account. Similarly, we'll take one another transaction regarding this purchase. See, I am going to dictate you, and we have seen before this also actually in the sums, that we'll take generally the similar type of transaction, so that the common effect we can easily define and that we can remember. Okay, so second transaction I can write over here third transaction, this is your purchased goods of rupees 7,000 from Mayur on credit. Purchase goods of rupees 7,000 from Mayur on credit. So this is a credit transaction, no cash check word, but the name of person is available as well as this word credit is given in this transaction. So this is known as a credit transaction. Now effects, so it is again purchase of goods. So in purchase of goods, this first effect will remain common. What is the first effect we have? When you purchase goods, goods comes in, and when goods comes in, stock increases. And effect on which account? Whenever there is a purchase of goods, we have to use which account? Purchase account. And the second effect, we have purchased goods from whom? Mayur. So it is said that Mayur becomes a giver. He gave us a benefit that you take away goods, pay money later on. Okay, so we can write over here Mayur is a giver. What? Mayur is a giver. Due to this, the liability towards Mayur will increase. That is, the money is payable to Mayur. What money is payable to Mayur by us? We have to pay money to Mayur for this purchase of goods. So our liability towards Mayur is increased. Okay, so we can write over here Mayur is known as what for us over here? When we purchase goods from any person on credit, that person is known as our creditor. What person is known as our creditor? So I will write over here liability of creditor increases. Liability of creditor increases. You can write directly this also, liability increases. Okay, and the effect on which account? So it is payable to whom? Mayur. So we can write effect on that person account, Mayur's account. Effect on Mayur's account. Okay, whenever there is a credit transaction available, one effect is available always on that person. That person may be our creditor or maybe our debtor, maybe our liability increase or maybe our receivable will increase. Okay, and the effect is available on that person account. This is how we have to define. When the transaction is cash transaction, one effect will be available either on cash account, this one, or on bank account. That also I will show you next transaction. Okay, so next one, purchased goods of rupees 5,000 from Akash and paid money immediately by check. Paid money immediately by check. So effects, again, what will be the first effect? We can write over here regarding purchase of goods, means goods comes in, so stock increases. And the effect on which account? Purchase account. This is the first effect. Now second effect, what will be the second effect? So we have purchased goods from Akash, but money is paid immediately by check. So when you pay money by check on our behalf, bank will give the money, and due to that bank balance will decrease. So we can write over here second effect, bank is a giver, bank balance decreases, and effect on bank account. Bank balance decreases and effect on bank account. Correct, got it. So these are the three transactions are related with the purchase of goods. Still one more transaction we'll see about the purchase return. Okay, but these three transactions are of purchase of goods. Whenever there is a purchase of goods available, you can use this first effect as goods comes in, stock increase, and purchase account is affected. Second effect, according to the transaction, if it is a cash transaction, the cash balance will decrease and cash account affected. If it is credit transaction, liability increases in the form of creditor, so that person account will be affected. And if it is cash, that is called as payment through bank, then bank account will be affected and bank balance decreases. Now we'll move on the next transaction, fifth one. We'll see now a transaction related to this one. We have purchased goods of rupees 7,000 from Mayur on credit. Now out of these goods, suppose that there is some goods which is of not good quality, so we are returning back it to Mayur. Okay, so I'm writing the transaction. See, goods of rupees 1,000 returned to Mayur. Okay, so we are returning goods to Mayur. Now you should know the transaction is related with which transaction. See, this is now important thing. Okay, so we have to try to relate it with the other transaction if it is there. Okay, so that you can understand the effects. Okay, so it is related with this one. So now important thing is, see, the name of person is available, means first important thing, this is a credit transaction, right? So in a credit transaction, how we are going to give the effects? Okay, the first, we are returning goods to Mayur. The goods which we have purchased from Mayur, at that time Mayur was a giver, and due to that our liability was increased. So we have to pay to Mayur 7,000 for that purchase. But out of this, goods of 1,000 we have returned back to him. So due to that, Mayur will become a receiver over here instead of giver in this transaction. By how much value? Only 1,000. And due to that, our liability will decrease instead of this increase. Now instead of 7,000 we have to pay him 6,000 only. So first effect I will write about that person is a receiver. Mayur is a receiver. Due to this, the liability decreases. Liability in the form of what available? Creditor available. That will decrease. Okay, and effect on which account? Mayur's account. Effect on Mayur's account. This is the first effect. What will be the second effect now? So we are returning back what to the Mayur? We are returning back goods to Mayur. So we are returning back goods means goods goes out, right? So we can write over here goods goes out, then stock decreases. The stock in the form of goods available will decrease now because we are giving back that goods to Mayur. Okay, so stock decreases, and the effect on which account available? So for return of the goods, this is a goods return available. So for return of goods, we are going to use the account name is purchase return account. When it is a goods purchase return back, then you have to use purchase return account. When the customer will return goods to us, it is known as sales return account, because we have sold goods to them and they are returning back goods to us, so it is called as sales return account. So like this you have to give the effect. Okay, now next transaction, transaction number 6th. We will write the transaction now again. So now I will take another transaction. See, purchased a vehicle of rupees 45,000 from Shanti Motors. Purchase of what? Vehicle of rupees 45,000 from Shanti Motors. So again, purchase of vehicle means an asset. Vehicle is what called for us? An asset. We have purchased an asset, but from whom we have purchased an asset? Given Shanti Motors. That means what? again this is a credit purchase of an asset. So first important thing, when you purchase asset, first thing is you write about the asset that we are purchasing. Assets means asset comes in, so I will write over here vehicle comes in, vehicle comes in, right? Due to this the balance of asset increase, so asset increases, what assets increases, and the effect is available on that asset account. So effect on vehicle account. Name of the asset, separate name you have to write over here. There are so many assets available, we have discussed, right? Land is there, building is there, then machinery is there, computer is there, furniture is there, vehicle is there, right? So we have names of different assets available, so that asset account you have to write name of the asset. Okay, and second effect, so again this is a credit purchase of an asset, so this person becomes what, a giver, and our liability is towards this person. So we can write over here Shanti Motors is a giver, Shanti Motors is a giver. Due to this liability increases, this is what our liability, because amount is payable to Shanti Motors for this vehicle purchase, so liability increases, and the effect on that person account, what is the name of the person, Shanti Motors account. This is what the name of the dealer. Okay, that account will be affected. So whenever there is a credit transaction available, one effect is always regarding this person account. Institution will be there, person will be there, any dealer will be there, any shop name will be there, that account will be affected. Okay, that is in short called as person account. Okay, next transaction now regarding furniture of rupees 3000 purchased. Now the effect, so what we have purchased, furniture. Again furniture is called what for the business, an asset. So when again you purchase an asset, asset comes in, so I can write over here furniture comes in, effect, that is asset increases due to the purchase of an asset, asset increases, and the effect on which account, name of the asset is furniture account, effect on furniture account. And which will be the second effect, we can write over here. So we have purchased this furniture, from whom it is purchased, not given, so it means what, this is not a credit transaction, so this becomes a which transaction, cash transaction. Cash transaction means we are paying this much cash, so we can write over here cash goes out. Due to this cash balance decreases, and the effect on which account, cash account. Correct, got it. So see, the thing important, whether you make any transaction, there may be either a cash transaction or credit transaction. So one effect in cash transaction will be regarding this cash account or bank account, and other effect is regarding that transaction whichever it is available. Okay, and in credit transaction one effect is always available about the person. Person may be our debtor or a creditor, that means person may be a giver or person may be a receiver. If person is a giver, it is known as our liability, and due to that liability increase and the person account affected. If person is a receiver, it is known as our receivable amount from the person, and due to that our asset increases. Receivable means asset increases, and name of the person account affected. Okay, that is how we can find out the effect. Okay, next one, transaction number 8th one, sold goods for rupees 7500. Again it is about sale of goods. Now it is related to the goods. Okay, and it is sold for what over here, cash. Why cash? Because see, name of person is not available. Even no cash or check word is there, and person name is also not there, means it is known as a cash transaction. Correct. In a credit transaction, always remember, in a credit transaction always there must be a name available, any name, person name or any shop name or any dealer name, but it should be available, then only it becomes a credit transaction. Otherwise it is always a cash transaction. Okay, so this is a cash sales, and when you sell goods, we are selling the goods, so when we sell goods we receive cash. So first effect we can write is about the cash comes in. Cash received means cash comes in. Due to this, cash balance increases, and the effect on which account? Cash account, right? What will be the second effect? So we are selling goods for cash. So when we sell goods, goods goes out. We are giving goods to our customer, right? So that is said as goods goes out. Due to that, stock decreases, and effect on which account? Sales account. When there was a purchase, we used to write as effect on purchase account for the purchase of goods, not on for asset. When there is a purchase of goods available, we used to write over there purchase account. When there is a sale of goods available, we have to write which account? Sales account, right? Chalo. Now similarly another sales transactions will take over here. So next sales transaction we can write over here, sold goods for rupees 15,000, sold goods for rupees 15,000 to Prakash on credit. If it is the word credit is not given, then to also, if it is given up to this much, sold goods of rupees 15,000 to Prakash, then to also it is called which transaction? Cash transaction. I am telling you and I am showing you each and every aspect how to determine cash or credit. So that is the first and basic thing for us. Okay, then only you can able to define twofold effects, correct effects. Okay, now again see, it is related to the sales. It will have one effect about which one? Sale of the goods. This one will remain same, but it is your second effect. What about the first effect? So we have sold goods to whom? Prakash on credit. So Prakash is called as receiver for us. Why? He is taking a benefit from us. He is taking goods from us only. He is not paying us money. So money is receivable from him, right? So we can write over here first effect. Prakash is a receiver, and due to this, receivable increases. Receivable from whom increases? Receivable from Prakash increases. So this person Prakash is known as our debtor. What that person is called as our debtor. Okay, and the effect is available on that person account. So Prakash's account. Effect is available on Prakash's account. Okay, so that is how the effect can be given. Then the next one, next transaction, another transaction will take over. No, second effect is remaining. Second effect, what will be the second effect? Sold goods means goods goes out, stock decreases, and effect on sales account. That is the common effect regarding the sales we have. Now we'll move on the next transaction. Again we can write over here, sold goods to Vinay for rupees 11,000 and received a check from him immediately, which is deposited in the bank. If you read the transaction, it will be very lengthy for you. That is, you will think that this is so much long transaction, but it is nothing. Simple transaction we have. First, we have sold goods to Vinay for 11,000, but it is said that we have received a check from him immediately, and that check we have deposited into the bank. So this becomes a cash transaction for us. What it becomes a cash transaction for us, and we have received a check from Vinay. Right, so when you receive a check from a person, you are going to deposit a check into the bank, and due to that the money will be received by the bank. So bank becomes a receiver, due to which our bank balance will increase. So the first effect, bank is a receiver, bank balance increases, and effect on bank account. I am writing over here bank account is affected. Effect on which account? Bank account. Now the second effect. What will be the second effect again? This sale of goods. So that will be common effect we have. What is that? Goods goes out, stock decreases, and the effect on which account? Sales account. Effect on sales account. Right? So this is how the sales related transactions we can record. Now one transaction we'll see regarding this one. What is that? We have sold goods to Prakash, right? And Prakash is going to return it back, some of the goods, return it back, as it is defective goods we have. So in that case it is called as a sales return, because the goods which is sold to Prakash, he is returning back to us again. So it is known as a sales return. So how we can give the effect for that, that we'll see. So next transaction number I am writing 11th one. Prakash returned defective goods of rupees 1500. Prakash returned defective goods of rupees 1500. So in short, he returned goods to us. So when any person return goods to us, that is known as our sales return, because we have sold goods to that person and then he is returning back that goods to us. So it is known as a which return for us? Sales return. Now sales return means what? We are receiving goods back again. So when you receive goods back again, the goods comes in our business. So we can write the first effect about goods comes in, right? Due to this, when the goods comes in, the stock will increase. So I can write over here stock increases, and the effect on which account available? So it is a return of goods which is sold to the customer. So you can write over here as sales return account. What you can write over here as sales return account. This is the first effect. What about the second effect? So who is returning back goods to us? Prakash. Prakash is returning back goods to us. So now he will say that our is payable amount to you, that is our receivable amount from Prakash, will decrease. Actually we have sold goods to Prakash. Over here we have wrote that transaction we have to relate. We have sold goods to Prakash of how much? 15,000. So receivable from him is 15,000, out of which he returned goods of rupees how much to us? 1500. This transaction, that means what? Now the receivable from Prakash will decrease by 1500. So we can write over here the effect. Prakash is a giver. He is giving back goods to us. So Prakash is a giver. Receivable decreases. Receivable decreases, and the effect on Prakash's account, that person account, effect on Prakash's account. Okay, that is how you can relate the transactions with the other transaction if it is given. Okay, similarly next transaction I will write over here regarding that person Mayur. Okay, Mayur gave a check of rupees, we have sold him goods of 7,000, so check of rupees 3,000 out of his dues. The check is deposited in the bank. Okay, chalo. Away. It is related with again that transaction regarding the goods purchased from Mayur. This one, we have purchased goods from Mayur, for which this transaction is actually somewhat different. Gave to Mayur. Gave to Mayur, not Mayur gave a check, because we have purchased goods from Mayur means we are going to give money to Mayur. So we are going to give that check to Mayur. Okay, so when we give check to Mayur, it is known as your payment. What it is called as your payment, and you are paying to whom? Mayur. That is our liability towards Mayur that we are paying, right? So when we pay to Mayur, first effect, Mayur is a receiver. The first effect is what? Mayur is a receiver. Due to this, liability decreases. Liability towards Mayur will decrease, right? We have to pay to him 7,000, we are paying him 3,000, so now the liability towards him will be 4,000, so liability decreases. And the effect on which account? Mayur's account. Effect on Mayur's account. Okay, and what is the second effect? So we are giving him a check. When we give a check, bank will pay money on our behalf, so bank becomes a giver, and due to this our bank balance will increase or decrease. So bank is a giver. What? Bank is a giver, and bank balance decreases. What? Bank balance decreases. And effect on which account we have to write? Bank account. Effect on bank account. See, again I will explain you. Gave to Mayur a check of rupees 3,000 out of his dues, then just cancel this transaction, the check is deposited. Don't write this because we have not received a check. When you receive a check, you can say that you have deposited a check into the bank. Whatever Mayur will do, that is his problem. We have to write according to our point of view. We are the owner, we are not Mayur. Okay, so we gave a check to Mayur, right, for the dues of Mayur, rupees how much? 3,000, right? Now for that we are giving check to Mayur means Mayur is a receiver, and due to that our liability towards Mayur will decrease, and the effect is available on Mayur's account. And second, bank is a giver because we are giving money to Mayur by check, so on our behalf bank will pay the money, so bank is a giver. Due to that bank balance decreases, and effect is available on which account? Bank account. Okay, then the next transaction, which is paid salary rupees 4,500. Paid salary rupees 4,500. Now the effects. Now these are all transactions we'll see regarding the expenses and income. Few transactions we'll see over here on the expenses and income, then again we'll repeat it next time. Okay, so we are paying salary, so salary becomes an expense. Why? Because every month owner has to pay salary to his employees, so this is a regular expenditure for the business. So that expense effect first we have to write. So it is, we can write salary is an expense. What? Salary is an expense, and due to expense capital decreases. Due to expense effect is available on capital, capital decreases, and effect on which account we can write? So that expense account you have to write. No doubt we used to give effect on capital account, but the effect is given, that is the name of account given over here is the expenditure account, and then it will again transfer to capital account only, but that is a long procedure. I will explain you one by one. In the preparation of account, that will affect to your capital, but the account name through which account the capital is decreased, that account name you have to mention over here, that is the expense account, salary account. Second effect, so it is paid already given. Paid means we are going to pay money, so you can write over here, when you pay cash, cash goes out, cash balance decreases, and the effect on which account? Cash account. Effect on cash account, right? Next one, next transaction we'll write over here, paid for advertisement to Gujarat Samachar, rupees 3000 by check. So again it is our expenditure. We have paid for which expense? Advertisement expense to Gujarat Samachar, right? And it is paid by check. So first effect, we have paid an expenditure, so you can write over here, advertisement is an expense. Advertisement is an expense, right? So due to this, capital decreases, and the effect on advertisement expense account. Effect on which account? Advertisement expense account. Okay. And the second effect, we have paid it by check. So when you pay money by check, bank is called a giver. So bank is a giver, due to which bank balance decreases, and effect on which account? Bank account. Effect on bank account. So this is how we can prepare the effects, and we can write the affected account also, which effect will be there on which account, that we have wrote over here through different transactions. Again we'll practice some more transactions. Okay,